Welcome to another TechHelp video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. This is part 6 of the Employee Training Tracking Database. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 5, you're not going to get anything out of this one. No, but I'm just kidding. This is where we start to have fun. Previously, we've got our employees set up and we know what roles this employee belongs to, right? HR level 1, sales level 2. We know what training they've had. Now, today we're going to figure out what are they missing, right? This person's assigned to these 2 roles. Here's what he's completed. What is left for this person to do? What classes does he need to maintain his certification or his whatever you want to call it, to keep his job? All right, so today we're going to start by building a couple of kind of complicated queries. But this is the best way to quickly find out what this person's missing. So follow along with me as we put together some queries. So first, we're going to build a query to determine what a particular employee needs based on the roles that he's been assigned. Okay? Then once we have a list of what he needs, all of the classes that he needs, then we can kind of reverse that and say, all right, what's he missing? So let's start with what he needs. So let's create query design. All right, we're going to bring in some tables here. So let's start off with the employee T. All right, there's our employee. Give me employee ID and first name just so we can see who it is. It's just me at this point, pretty much. Now we need to know what roles this employee has been assigned. So now we need the employee X role T. Bring that in. And that should make that join right there. And let's show his role in here. For that, we'll need to go to the role T, right? And that'll link that one up. And from there, we can show the role. But I don't want it to be called description in here, so let's alias that. We'll just make that say role, like that. Now, if I run it, I get this. All right, here's Richard. That's me. I'm the only one in the system so far. HR level 1, sales level 2. That's correct. So far, we're cooking with gas. All right, now, based on the roles, I'm going to slide this over. I know it's going to be off the screen for you guys, but this is a pretty big query. I got a really wide monitor, and it took up a lot of space on mine, too. So now we need the role requirements. So we know, based on the role, what courses are required. Okay, now this one, let's make this even wider. This one will link us to the course table. Bring in the course table. And now I can bring in course name and see, this should show me now, look at this. This will show me for HR level 1, I need all of those. All right, let's bring in the course code too. Where's the course code? Because that one makes more sense. Okay, this is why I don't like working with these really wide ones. There's the course code. All right, there we got our course code. So that's all the training that this person needs. Okay? Now, at this point, we need to find out which courses he's taken. So where does that come from? Well, let's go to add more tables. There comes to be a point at which your query gets to be too complicated. So far, this has all been relatively straightforward, all inner joins, nothing crazy going on here, right? These are all nice, normal joins. But this one, watch this one. To find out what courses this employee has taken, now I need the employee X course T. When this comes in, it finds a couple of different relationships here. And they're correct, right? Course ID and employee ID links back to the employee table. Okay, that should be okay. If I run this now, all right, okay, I'm getting data, but I'm only seeing the courses that I've taken. And that's to be expected because with that inner join, it basically says only show where the matching records are equal, right? So to fix that, I would have to change this to an outer join, show me all the records from employee X course T and the other ones where they're equal. And if I run it now, I get that. I guess it's ambiguous outer joins. It can't, now it's too complicated. Now it can't figure out what's going on. Okay? So now this is the point at which you say, okay, stop here. Get rid of that table. Stick with the data that we know that we have. Let's run it. This is good. Okay, now we're going to take this data and make another query and join in that employee X course T. All right, so stop. As soon as you do it step at a time, run it each step of the way, make sure you're getting the right data that you expect. And as soon as you do, we're going to save this. Employee course requirement Q. Or just rec Q, whatever you want to do. All right, so we got this. This one's working good. We're good. Okay, we got a list of each employee, their roles, and what courses they need. Now we're going to make another query. We're going to take that query that we just built, that guy, and now we're going to join it to the list of courses that the employee needs. Okay? And here, I'm going to bring in all of this. And you know what? I messed up. I didn't bring in the course ID. We need the course ID in that one. So hold on. Let's take a step back. See, I goof too from time to time. Go back and edit this guy. We need the course ID to make that relationship. We can just grab that one right there. Any one of these will work. All right. Save it. Close it. Now we'll do that again. All right. Create. Query design. Bring in this guy. And bring in this guy. And we're going to join them based on course ID. And we're going to make that an outer join. All right, show all records from here and the other ones where they're required. And someone's beaming in. Hold on, someone's beaming in. Who is it? Yeah, it's just a pad full of tribbles. All right, so bring in all of this stuff over here. And this will show us now, if I run this, this will show us all of the courses that this person needs with the course IDs. Okay. All right. Now over here, this is what they're actually, what they've taken or are signed up for. Let's take a look at the status ID and run it. And oh, look at that. There's the 3 classes I've actually taken. There's the other ones that I have not. They're null. Right? This is, I have a separate video. If you're not familiar with this concept of how to do this, go watch my outer joins video. That's a very good one. It's like you got customers and contacts, but you're not seeing all the customers. Why? You got to make an outer join. All right. Then once you do, you'll see all the customers, and if they have contacts, it'll match up. Same thing here. I know before most of my TechHelp videos, when I've run through it myself ahead of time, I give you a list of prerequisites. But with these longer series, and I haven't run through this ahead of time, I'm just going to show you the videos as we come to them. Okay? All right. Now, at this point, if you want to see what that status is, okay, let's add the status table in here. Status T, and bring down the description. And now, oh, hang on. Okay, all right. Oh, ambiguous outer joins again. What happened? Well, if you got a one to, or what do you call it, an outer join here, you have to make this one an outer join as well, because this might have a null, which means this would be a null, which then it can't make a join here. So you just got to do this. And that ought to fix that problem. Okay. All right, let's save this one as the employee course status queue. Now it'd be very easy to make a very similar version of this, okay, that only shows us ones that are missing. All right. Yes, I know you can just put the is null in an SQL statement and stuff, but it's just easier sometimes if you have these multiple queries handy. So I'm going to create another version of this. Create query design. I'm going to pull in that status queue. All right. I'm going to bring in all of the fields. And I'm going to say where the status ID is null. And we don't want 2 of these, so I'll hide it. Now if I run it, it's going to be the same thing, but now it's just showing which courses this person is missing. Okay, which ones he's missing. So we're going to save this one as employee course missing queue. And I'm going to want to keep this around because I'm going to want to generate a list of this for all of my employees. So I'm going to leave this one here. All right, that's all employees. I'm going to make another version of it that's just for the current customer, just for the one that is, oh, where are we? What happened? There it is. I scrolled so many times left and right, I lost it. I'm going to make another version of that just shows the missing courses for the open customer. So again, one more custom query. And this is why sometimes your database has 5 million queries in it. It's just, honestly, it's a lot of the times it's easier to build the database this way with making custom queries. Then what I do is I go back later on and I say, okay, which ones of these queries can I maybe optimize and put directly in the forms and reports? But I always start off with tons of queries. All right, so we're going to take this missing one now. And again, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring in all the fields, but the employee ID is going to be forms employee F employee ID. So this one will be run whenever this form is open to show this person's missing courses. And this will be, let's call it employee course missing current queue for the current employee. Okay. All right. Let's test it to make sure it's working. If I run it now for the current, let me move this over just a little bit, right? That should show just the ones he's missing. Okay. Let's go over to Jimmy Kirk here. Let's add him into, what do I have? Do I have computer service? What other ones did I put roles in for? Let's see, roles. We got HR. We got sales. Let's put Jimmy Kirk just in sales. So employee form, Jim Kirk. Let's put him in sales, SA, level 1. All right, if I run this now, good. He's missing the sales level 1 classes, so it's working. Okay. And if you run your other query, it should show everyone's missing courses, and this will be important later on for making a report to say, hey, show me all the employees and who's missing what, right? Okay. Now I'm ready to make a list box showing the courses that this person's missing. I'm going to do it in a list box over here. Doesn't really make sense to put it in a subform because we're not going to be able to make changes to it, right? So a list box is perfect for this. Design view. Let me save a little space here because I know we're running out of room. Put it right over here. That's going to be based on this query. Okay, so form design. List box is right there. Drop it here. Look up the values from a table or query. We're getting it from the missing current queue. What fields do we want? Well, the course ID is going to be the bound field. That's what's important. Then I want to see the course code and the course name. Everything else is kind of meaningless. All right, next. What do you want to sort on? Course code is fine. Next. All right, this is what it's going to look like because this query can't generate any data right now because it requires this form. You're just going to have to kind of guess. Now, since this is based on a query, you're not getting the checkbox there to hide the key column, so we have to manually hide the key column ourselves. The course code is going to be about yay big. The course name is probably about yay big. If you want to see data in here before you make this list box, just go out here and take that parameter out of the query. Or make it, and you can always adjust the column widths later if you want to, right? If that's too narrow. Next, what is the bound field? That's the course ID. Now, what are we going to do to it? We're not going to save it in a field in the employee table, are we? So we're just going to hang on to that and remember it for later use. All right, we just, at this point right now, we just want to see what this person is missing. Okay, next. What label do you want? I actually am going to use this label. Let's call this missing courses, like that. Courses. And then finished. And the label comes in right there, so we're going to have to go move it up there like that. And sit. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Okay. Who remembers that stuff? All right, so there's my missing courses. Let me try to get that lined up nice and pretty. Everybody not lined up nice. Okay, ready? Save it, close it, open it, and oh, there you go. There we go. I'm missing my sales 200 classes and my IT classes. Now, this thing will need to be requeried when you move from record to record. If I move to Jim Kirk, nothing tells this guy to requery itself. So that's got to be done. So in here, design view. This guy's name is list 36. That's a no good one. So we're going to call this missing course list. And we're going to go into the onCurrent event for the master form, parent form, the onCurrent event. Remember, the onCurrent event runs when you move from record to record, or when you first open the form. Want to learn more about onCurrent? I wrote a song about it. Want to hit? Here it goes. Who remembers that one? All right, so this is going to simply be missing course list.requery. That's it. That says when you move from record to record, requery that list. Okay, close it, save it. Let's debug compile once in a while. But everything looks good. And now open it up. And let's move to Jimmy Kirk. Oh, look at that. There's Jimmy Kirk's missing stuff. And over here. Now, you might want to manually requery this once in a while too, because if I go to Deanna Troy and I add her as HR level 3, okay, that's not going to requery this. You're going to have to put an event in here and maybe a manual button over here. The manual button's the easiest thing for now. We'll deal with all those little missing events and stuff later on. But for now, I'll just throw a manual requery button here. And this will be a little bit smaller. There we go. All right, right click. Actually, let's give it a name first. Requery button. And we're going to go right click, build event. We might add more stuff to it later, but for now, we just need this. There. When you click the manual requery button, if you go here, all right, HR level 3, she's missing that. Let's say she's got HR level 2 and HR level 1 in here as well. All right, but you need to requery it for that all to show up. You can also put events in here to trigger all that. We'll get to it eventually. Now, I know I said in the last video that I was going to hold all of the extended cuts to the very end, but I lied. I was doing this earlier. I was playing around with it, and I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be really cool if we could click on one of these and it adds it over here and puts it in the in progress instead of you having to come in here and type in HR 101, right? And then in progress, right? How about if we could do that automatically? Guess what? We can. Watch this. I was playing around with it a little earlier. Watch this. Look at this. Let's go Jim Kirk. Let's go to Deanna. I'll put her in the HR classes, HR 101, 102 are in the roles, right? All right, requery this. That's what she needs. You can add them one at a time. And look at that. See, you can just double click like that. Or hit the add all button. Boom. Add them all with one click. All the stuff she needs. And we're going to do that in the extended cut for the members today, right now. Because yes, I did that. I'm like, you know what? I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So I do have a whole long list of stuff I am going to have in other extended cuts. But members, we're going to do this right now. Okay? So if you're not a member, sign up now. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos. And gold members can download these databases and you get the code vault and everybody gets some free training. You get some free training and you get some free training. Everybody gets free courses. So check it out. Click that join button right now and sign up. But that's going to do it for part 6. Don't worry. There's a lot more free stuff coming. We got reports and all kinds of stuff to do still. This isn't the end. Okay, I just wanted to throw in an extended cut right now in the middle. So we're going to do a lot more stuff. Okay, but that's your tech help video for today. Hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow for part 7. A special thank you and shout out to our diamond sponsors. First, we have Juan Soto with Access Experts Software Solutions, manufacturing experts specializing in Access and SQL Server. Juan is a 13-time Microsoft Access MVP. You can check them out at accessexperts.com. Another shout out to Sammy Shama from Shama Consultancy. Sammy is a certified Microsoft Office specialist, and he not only offers Access application development, but he also provides one-on-one tutoring services. So if you need someone to hold your hand and help you with your Access project, Sammy is your guy. Check him out at shamaconsultancy.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.